you're my treasure. I read whatever I please. I'm here to tell you the treasure that you need. To learn how to read, you must know what words mean. My friend the princess has stories for you. They're all about words and what they mean. So here's the princess with a story for you. Listen carefully to her, then go get your hooks into books. Oh yeah!
Now we're going to visit for a moment Desmond the Dragon. He can remember everything, and he will review for us what we learned in our last episode. Take it away, Desmond.
Last episode, we learned that when you hiss at the end of a word, you mean more than one. Here are my friends. Yes, that S means more than one friend.
In our story today, I'm going to show you how to compare or describe 3 different things. And you're going to learn to do this by using little sounds at the end of the word called and est. Now, is just one sound. Say that with me. Now say est. Let's count the sounds in est. Est. That has 3 sounds. You have to work harder to say that one. By putting these little sounds at the end of the word, you can describe things, and it will help you get exactly what you want. When you put at the end of the word, it means more. Est means the most. Let me show you. Let's suppose you went to a party and they had 3 cookies. One was big, one was bigger, more big, or biggest, the most big of all. Let's look at that again. Big, bigger, biggest. See how those little words help you ask for exactly what you want? Now our story today takes place at a Quickie Mart. I think we visited that place once before. And the characters in the story are 3 princesses. The problem is that one of those 3 princesses always has to have the most of everything. And let's see how that works for her. On to their castle. This is the castle where the 3 princesses live. They live there with their mommy, the queen, and their daddy, the king. Most of the time, they have a really good time living in the castle. They play together, and they have toys that are so magic they don't need batteries. And instead of a little puppy, they have a dragon. Isn't that just the nicest thing to be a princess and live that way? This princess likes to wear pink, so they call her Prissy Pink. This princess likes more pink, so they call her Prissy Pinker. And this princess, she likes the most pink of all, so they call her Prissy Pinkest. So we have Prissy Pink, Prissy Pinker, and Prissy Pinkest. Now, do you think you might like to be a princess or a prince? Raise your hand if you think that would be fun, even to do it for a day. Well, looks like everybody would like to try it, at least for one day. Well, you know what? The princesses think it would be really cool to be an ordinary person, an ordinary little boy or girl. And the Queen Mother knew this, so every now and then she would take them places where they could do things that other kids like to do. So one day she said, "Okay, time to load up and get into the royal minivan. We are going on a road trip." Well, That's what they were going to do. And she said, okay, little princesses, get dressed. We will be ready to go in 5 minutes. That's when they would be going. That's the time they would be going. So the princesses got dressed. Princess Prissy Pink put this on. It was a dress that was very pretty. Prissy Pinker found one that was even prettier. It had more ruffles. It was prettier. And Prissy Pinkest chose this dress. It was the prettiest dress of all. But oops, it was also the scratchiest and itchiest dress of all because of all those ruffles. So they got into the royal minivan and off they went to Quickie Mart. When they got to Quickie Mart, they decided, let's get a Slurpo. So Prissy Pink got a very big Slurpo. Prissy Pinker got one that was bigger or more big. And Prissy Pinkest why she chose the most big or the biggest of all. Oops, didn't work out too good for her because when she spilled it, it also made the biggest mess on her dress. Then they went on to the rack that had potato chips. Prissy Pink chose some potato chips that were hot. Prissy Pinker found some that were hotter. And Prissy Pinkest found some that were the hottest of all, or the most hot. But you know what? Another oops. Didn't work out too good for her because she sure looked silly when she was running around Quickie Mart going because they were the hottest of all. It was about time to go, and as they were going out the door, they saw this big bubblegum machine. So the Queen Mommy said, okay, I'll give you each a quarter to put into the bubblegum machine. Well, this is what happened. Prissy Pink got some bubblegum, and it was sticky. Princess Pinker had some bubblegum, and it was more sticky. It was stickier. And Princess Pinkest, what do you think she got? It was the most sticky of all. Can anybody say what it was? Yeah? Right, it was stickiest. So we had sticky, stickier, and stickiest. And you know what? Another oops. Didn't work out too good for her because she drew a bubble and it got big, bigger, biggest, and then it popped and all of this sticky bubble gum went on her face. So now it was time to jump in the royal minivan to go home. The road trip was about over. So they got in the car. They sure did eat a lot at Quickie Mart, didn't they? Can anyone predict what might happen if you eat a whole lot of things with sugar in it and then get in the car and ride for a long time? Yes. You are predicting that somebody got sick? You are predicting that all three of them got sick? You are right. Princess Pink, she got a little sick. Princess Pinker got sicker. And Prissy Pinkest, well, she got the sickest of all. So, oops, having the most wasn't the best after all. So now you have learned about using little sounds at the end of words to help you describe things. Remember that means more and est means most. I have a little rap to help you remember this. Are you ready? Get your fingers snapping. Which is better, which is best, is the job of and est. Which is better, which is best, is the job of and est. Okay, boys and girls, time to go, but remember, it takes 50 repetitions to make this word yours. That's 10, 20, 30, 40, 50. Goodbye, and have a great day.
the story is over. The princess is through. Take this new word and let it work for you. Find the word in books. Hear the word in stories. You will be amazed. So go get your hooks into books. Oh yeah!